Hello traders and welcome in a new daily market analysis video. Today is the 25th of April and this video is brought to you by the market research team at PU Prime. Basically the week started with a higher than usual volatility, especially on gold and as well as the dollar index. So let's have a quick look on the markets. What do we expect today and for this week? Stay tuned. Starting with the economic agenda for today, the 25th of April, basically, it is somehow a relatively light economic agenda. We don't have many economic releases to be announced. We had some data from the German economy, which is related to the business expectations, as well as the current assessment for the month of April, in addition to the IFO business climate. Basically, all of the indices showed as positive, basically bullish, more than the expected and higher than even the previous numbers. So basically this is bullish overall on the German economy. Going forward, we do have the CPI industrial trends from the British economy, and basically this is the only thing that we will be looking for. We do have some data from the Canadian economy, however it isn't as important. On top of that, of course, is the wholesale sales for the month over month, and this is what we're having on the economic agenda. Let's have a quick look on the technical analysis and the charts. Starting with the dollar index, basically on the 4-hour time frame, we can see this upward breakout above the supply areas that we mentioned. 100.70, we showed no rejection from here, and basically the dollar index started to continue the move to the upside. On the daily time frame as well as the weekly time frame, we can see that the following supply zone is to be around 102.50 roughly, and this is something that we will be looking for because basically during the previous supply 170 and 102.50, which is the following one, basically we don't have any resistance or supply zones for any possible reversals or at least corrections. So basically we are bullish on the dollar index. We might see a retest for the levels of 100.70. However, if this happened, we'll basically have a very good opportunity to go long on the dollar index and target the following supply zone 102.50 roughly. Having a look on the pound versus the US dollar on the daily time frame, also we can see that we are currently trading just around a weekly demand zone. The levels of 1.2760 is something basically we will be looking for, because we do expect some bullish price action to happen from here and for a correction to take place that we might basically trade in. So on the 4-hour time frame, it's still showing no any signs of rejection here. However, during today's session and during this week, we will be watching closely for rejection price action from here. The levels of 1.2750 is something that is really important on the pound versus the US dollar. Having a look on the gold trading, basically we are still continuing to move to the downside after breaking below this sideways correction. So basically we will be retesting the levels of 105, 1905 and 1910 on the gold trading. This is a demand zone that we will be looking for during this week. On the US crude oil, basically the following demand zone that we will be looking for is 94.50, the one basically that we traded long before during the beginning roughly of this month. However, we are currently going back to test the levels of 94.50 one more time, and we'll be waiting for some bearish price action. In the meantime, any upward correction on the US crude oil, especially on the 30 minutes time frame, is something that we will be looking to short basically to 94.50. That's all that we're having in the markets today. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for another videos.